Some companies are just everywhere. They're so woven into the fabric of our world that we see their logos constantly and kind of just take them for granted. But sometimes, hiding right there in plain sight is an absolutely mind-blowing financial story. And today, we're digging into one of those giants, Caterpillar.
Because seriously, when you look at the numbers, you just have to ask, what on earth is powering this machine? Over the last 5 years, Caterpillar's stock hasn't just done well, it has absolutely left the broader market in its dust. So what's the secret sauce here?
And here's where you can really see the story. Just look at this. On the right, you've got the S&P 500. Hey, a fantastic run, no doubt about it. But then, look left. Look at the Caterpillar chart. Whoa, that's not just a climb, that is a rocket launch. You don't need a finance degree to see that trajectory is just on another level. It's pure momentum.
Let's put a number on that momentum, shall we? Get this, a staggering 208% gain in just 5 years. For a massive legacy company like Caterpillar, that's not just growth, that's a total powerhouse performance.
Now this is what I find so interesting. The S&P 500 growing almost 80%, that's a strong bull market, right? That's great. But Caterpillar's 208%, that's in a different league entirely. That tells you something unique is going on inside the company. So let's pop the hood and see what it is.
So how does a company actually pull that off? This isn't just investor hype or some market fad. This kind of stock performance has to be bolted to a foundation of rock-solid financial results. To really understand the stock, we have to go look inside the engine room.
Okay, this table tells such a powerful story about efficiency. First, look at that revenue line, a really strong bounce back from 2020. But the real story, the secret weapon, is on that bottom line, net margin. Look at that jump from about 7% in 2020 to over 16.5% today. They have more than doubled their profitability. Think about that. They're not just selling more, they are making way more pure profit on every single dollar of sales. So how efficient are they with all that money they're making? Well, that brings us to a really cool metric called return on equity. And you can think of it just like this. It's a report card. It's a grade for how well a company's management is using the money that investors like you give them. And Caterpillar's grade for 2024? A massive 58.6%. That is an elite, top-of-the-class number. It means this is an incredibly efficient machine that is just generating huge returns on its shareholders' capital. An A+ is seriously no exaggeration here.
So, we know the financials are incredibly strong, but where is all this money actually coming from, right? A company this big isn't just one business, it's a whole collection of powerful profit engines.
And this chart breaks it all down. Now, a lot of us might immediately think of Caterpillar as those iconic yellow bulldozers, and that's their construction business. But look, their biggest moneymaker right now by a long shot is actually energy and transportation. We're talking $8.4 billion in just one quarter. And here's a quick snapshot of what those divisions actually do. Construction, that's the classic earth-moving equipment you're picturing. Resource industries serves the really heavy-duty sectors like mining and quarries. And then there's energy and transportation, the powerhouse, making everything from engines for the oil and gas industry to giant turbines for power plants and even locomotives. It's this amazing diversity that gives the company so much strength.
Okay, so the company is making a ton of money, and it's doing it really, really efficiently. But here's the final piece of the puzzle. What are they doing with all that cash? This is where the story gets really compelling for investors. Check out this powerful relationship. It's like a seesaw. On the left, the amount of cash they're returning to shareholders is just exploding, hitting over $10 billion in 2024. And at the exact same time, look at the column on the right. The number of shares out there in the market is steadily shrinking. So, what does that mean? It means they are on a mission to buy back their own stock. And every time they do this, they're basically taking shares off the table. For everybody who still owns the stock, it's kind of like this. The pie is the same size, but now there are fewer slices. Your own personal slice, your ownership stake, just got bigger and more valuable. It's a really direct way to boost value for shareholders. So let's connect all these dots. We've seen incredible stock performance, we've seen it's backed by rock-solid financials, diverse business lines, and a really clear strategy to reward shareholders. So when you put it all together, what are the key drivers? See, Caterpillar's incredible run isn't an accident. It's really a three-part formula. First, they totally re-engineered their profitability, becoming a much more efficient company. Second, they're getting fantastic performance from all their businesses, especially that energy and transportation giant. And third, they have an aggressive, deliberate strategy of pumping cash back to their shareholders, making every single share that much more valuable.
It's a simple formula, but executing it on this kind of scale is incredibly difficult. And it leaves us with one final thought. When a company is firing on all cylinders like this, combining operational excellence with massive shareholder returns, it just makes you wonder, what are they building towards next?